English can occasionally be heard in the background in crowded areas, such as a cafe or train station. Even if the words may sound familiar, the sentence is difficult to understand. After a few clear sentences, everything sounds too quick. It seems as though the speaker is not completing their sentences. It turns into a blur. The message is lost even if the subject is straightforward. Many people who are learning English experience this. The hardest thing seems to be listening. In contrast, even speaking and reading appear simpler. And it has nothing to do with a problem. It simply requires practice in a different way. Before we begin, a brief tip. During this video, you can use a technique known as shadowing to improve your speaking abilities. This is how it operates. Take note of the way I construct and pronounce the words as you listen to my sentences. After that, pause the video and say what I said aloud, trying to match the intonation, rhythm, and tone as precisely as you can. This is a great method to enhance your speaking fluency and pronunciation in addition to your listening skills. When you actively participate, shadowing is most effective. Do not be shy, then. Give it a try. The purpose of this video is to explain why listening to English can be so difficult and to show viewers how to gradually train their ears to pick up more words, phrases, and meaning without the need for subtitles or slowing down. Anyone can apply these simple methods at home, while taking a walk, or even while eating lunch. I have taught for years, and I have seen how minor listening habits may have a significant impact. For some students, all they needed was the correct strategy to feel comfortable in genuine talks. Let us first discuss the reasons why hearing in English might be challenging before moving on to solutions. Reading increases control. The words do not change. You can read them again later. However, there is not a pause button in real life when listening. The sounds arrive quickly, and unless you have a film or recorder, there is no way to go back. Furthermore, not all English speakers use straightforward language. Saying "I am going to eat" turns into "I am going to eat." Have you noticed it? More like, "Did you see it?" Though they are seldom mentioned in textbooks, these alterations are frequent in everyday speech. Additionally, contractions are present everywhere. There, they turn. He will turn into hell. The words are difficult to understand because they are short and frequently related to one another. The majority of the hundreds of students I have worked with to help them become better listeners were surprised to learn how many words are omitted or altered when individuals talk quickly. It has nothing to do with intelligence or memory. It all comes down to practicing your ears properly. It is easy to control listening once this is realized. It is similar to picking up a new rhythm. Let us examine the first step you may take to train your hearing now that we know why it is difficult. It helps to go slowly, but only if you do it well. It is beneficial to listen to simple English, but simply letting it play in the background is insufficient. A plan must be in place. Selecting the appropriate audio type is the first step. Listen to brief podcasts designed for students at this level. YouTube videos with clear explanations and language are also excellent. If the voice is natural, children's stories also function well. Next, concentrate on the little things. Keep an ear out for words that appear again. Make an effort to observe frequently used terms. Listen to the tone. Is the speaker feeling enthusiastic? Are you serious? Calm? Understanding can even be aided by emotions in the voice. Pausing after every sentence is a smart strategy. Consider what was just stated. Try stating the concept again in your own words. It is not required to be flawless. Training the brain to hear meaning rather than just words is the aim. Students who practiced in this manner, in my experience, performed better than those who simply listened without pausing. Yes, it is slow, but that is the beginning of good listening habits. If it seems elementary, do not panic. Here's when the real improvement begins. However, we must delve deeper into the realm of connected speech in order to truly comprehend natural English. The words frequently blend together when spoken by native speakers. They do not pause in between sentences. Rather than stating, "You eat?" it obviously reads, "Did you eat?" "What are you doing?" instead. More like, "What are you doing?" When you know the words but do not hear them as you would anticipate, it might be confusing. We refer to this as connected speech. The English is not incorrect. It is simply the way people actually talk. Training your ear to hear words in groups rather than one at a time is therefore beneficial. We refer to this as chunking. Consider it similar to hearing word fragments or short phrases rather than hearing every word. This is one method that is effective. Select a brief audio or video sample that is only a few seconds long. Play it once. Jot down your impressions of what you heard. Then use the subtitles to verify it. You will begin to notice which words join together and which sounds change. It can also be humorous at times. What is actually stated differs greatly from what we believe we hear. This tip was really helpful to me when I was learning Spanish. I concentrated on the entire phrase instead than trying to catch every word. It made listening much more enjoyable and less stressful. And it leads us to a useful tool that comes pre-installed on your phone. Let me discuss how to properly use subtitles. If you utilize subtitles strategically, they can improve your listening experience. Your ears will not learn if you read them mindlessly every time. However, they become a powerful instrument if used properly. Try this approach. Once, watch a video with subtitles in English. Just watch and listen without pausing. Turn off subtitles the second time. Are you still able to follow the action? Play the video a third time, pausing after a sentence this time. Try saying what you hear again. We call this shadowing. It facilitates speaking in sync with the organic cadence. Take note of the terms you did not hear the first time as well. You can see what your ears missed using subtitles. That is useful. However, try not to rely on them all the time. As you improve, gradually cut back on the use of subtitles. Short movies are ideal for this type of exercise. It keeps your mind active. Let us then use your favorite shows and films, which you already do every day. There is more to watching videos than just having pleasure. Your ears might get a workout from it. What is the best part? You like it already. These videos, whether from TikTok, Netflix, or YouTube, can assist practice listening in authentic contexts. Here's the method. Start by making 1 or 2-minute videos. Play your favorite portion of the clip again after you have seen it once. Play it twice or 3 times. Every time, try to pick up something new, such as a word or the tone of the voice. This is a fun way to test your ears. Turn the sound off, view a brief segment, then make a guess as to what is being said. Check to see if you were near after playing it with sound. It is also a fantastic method to observe body language. Paying attention to how people say things rather than simply the words is another smart tactic. Are they bored, irate, or excited? Even if you miss a few words, you can still get the message by feeling the voice. I frequently use quick comedic or poignant drama clips in my listening lessons. When a sound is associated with a powerful emotion, students are more likely to recall it. Moreover, it maintains interest. Try this next challenge if you are up for a good time. It all comes down to forecasting. Listening well is more than just using your hearing. It requires your brain as well. People frequently follow patterns when speaking. This implies that even if you do not hear every word, you can still infer what will happen next. For example, if someone says, "I am exhausted," because it is safe to assume that the others will say something along the lines of "I worked all night" or "I did not sleep." That is a forecast. It is an excellent listening talent. When watching videos, try this. Turn off the sound first. Read the subtitles and pay attention to the body language. What are they saying, in your opinion? Play it with sound after that. Were you near? This teaches your brain to do more than simply wait for the words to come out. You only need to guess the main idea, you do not have to predict every word. This becomes instinctive with time. Even with bad audio quality, you will gain a better understanding. However, listening repeatedly is another aspect of ear training. Now let us discuss repetition. You can never hear it all at once. And that is quite typical. On the first try, even native speakers make mistakes. That is why it is so beneficial to listen again. Give it a try. Select a brief video, perhaps 30 seconds. Get the primary idea first by simply listening. Listen for certain words a second time. Listen a third time and take note of the speaker's tone. Are they content? Sarcastically? Calm? Pay attention to something different every time you hear it. We refer to this as profound listening. It facilitates communication between your ears and brain. Your ear becomes more perceptive the more times you hear something. After a few listens, consider it a song. Without reading the lyrics, you begin to sing along. Confidence is also increased by repetition. You will have greater confidence in what you hear. That is a significant listening fluency step. Let us lower the volume now. Sure, go down and see what occurs. This is an odd-sounding but effective trick. Turn down the volume. Just a little, not too much. Your ears have to work harder as a result. You begin to listen to every sound more intently. Listening in a rather noisy environment is another way to do this. Perhaps in a cafe or on the bus, but not during a boisterous party. Like real life, there are a lot of diversions in these places. You are making great progress if you can comprehend English in a crowded setting. This need not be lengthy. Your focus can be improved with just a few minutes each day. It teaches you to pay closer attention while you listen. When you are still unable to hear a word, what do? It is common to miss words. Everyone experiences it. Sometimes, even very skilled students fail to understand every word. The good news is that the meaning can be understood without a perfect understanding. However, it is beneficial to pause and consider what was overlooked. Guess the word first. Consider the situation. What is going on? What was already said? You might get a clue from that. For instance, if someone claims, "I did not attend the," and you missed the final word, you could guess based on the topic or tone. Was it a dining establishment? A gathering? A gathering? Next, use a transcript or subtitles to verify. Ah, that makes sense, you will likely reply. And that is a very helpful time. That is where education takes place. Put that word in writing now. Do not write every new word, however. Pick just 3 that you did not get to see that day. Keep it simple and small. In a month, you will have 90 new, valuable words if you do this every day. Not only new words, but words you had never heard before. A voice memo or even a note app can be used. When you have time, go over these words again. You will eventually come across the identical words in other podcasts, songs, or videos. And you will capture them immediately this time. It becomes easy at that point. Speaking and listening are more intertwined than you may realize, so let us introduce your own voice now. Let me discuss a fun and effective method for simultaneously training your mouth and hearing. It is known as shadowing and echoing. I always incorporate both of these strategies into my lessons because I have personally used them. They are effective even if you only use them for a short while each day. First, let us talk about echoing. This one is easy. A sentence is read to you. After that, you pause and echo it. Make an effort to speak in the same manner, with the same tempo and emotion. If the speaker says, "I cannot believe it," for instance, you repeat it with the same astonishment. Although shadowing is a bit more complex, it is still enjoyable. You attempt to speak simultaneously with the speaker while a brief audio or video is playing. Yes, simultaneously, much like a shadow behind a person. You make every effort to mimic their tone, pace, and language. It is acceptable to fall behind or miss words at first. Part of it is that the objective is to sense the rhythm and organic speed of English, not to be flawless. This gradually improves the ability to hear actual conversations. Begin with a brief video, perhaps 10 to 15 seconds. Start by echoing. Try shadowing after you are comfortable doing so. You only need 2 or 3 minutes a day. Use your preferred YouTube video, podcast, or television program. What if you are exhausted? Even if you are lying in bed, you may practice this simple exercise. Sometimes your brain is exhausted. You do not want to do workouts, guess, or repeat things. It is all right. On those days, you can still train your hearing. Your best friend is passive listening. This is how it operates. You do anything else while listening to English audio. You are not attempting to give it your all. Perhaps you are lounging on the couch, going for a walk, or cleaning your room. However, your brain continues to listen. You can select a YouTube video, podcast, or audiobook. If you do not understand every word, do not worry. That is not the objective. Getting used to English sounds and patterns is the aim. Your ears will begin to intuitively pick up on the English language's rhythm, word connections, and sentence structure. It is similar to when you do not try to learn a song but it just sticks in your head. English can even be played in the background while you go to sleep. Over time, several students claim that this gives them greater confidence when listening. However, it is crucial to monitor your progress in order to maintain motivation. Here's how. When you are learning a new language and you do not notice any progress, it is easy to become upset. In actuality, though, you are getting better at listening. It may not be immediately apparent to you. I always advise keeping a basic listening log because of this. It does not have to be elaborate. You can use a note on your phone or a tiny notebook. Spend some time writing down a few things every day. What you heard, what you comprehended, and what you found challenging. You can monitor your progress with the aid of this reflection method. For instance, I watched a 5-minute movie today and comprehended roughly 60% of what one of my students wrote in his journal. He then remarked, "Today I understood 80% and even caught a joke." This was a week later. He felt proud of his development because of this brief moment of acknowledgement. Additionally, you may keep track of any new terms you hear frequently. For example, make a note of the word if you see it appear in other clips. It will not seem so strange the next time you hear it. In their journals, some students even employ color coding. Red indicates that you did not get it at all, yellow indicates that you kind of understood, and green indicates that you comprehended. This might assist you in seeing trends in what is simple and what is challenging. Monitoring your development serves more purposes than merely serving as a reminder of your progress. It also indicates which approaches or kinds of content are most effective for you. You will see how much you have changed when you look back on it. After learning how to monitor your progress, let us discuss a quick and easy daily regimen that you can truly follow. You do not have to spend hours on end honing your skills. Doing something every day, even if it is only for a little while, is actually what works best. Habits are formed in this way. Therefore, I suggest a quick 5-minute regimen that you may incorporate into your everyday schedule. It is quick, simple, and highly efficient. Begin by watching or listening to a brief video. It might be a voice message, a YouTube video, or a snippet from a podcast. This stage only takes a minute or two. Then, aloud, repeat the important words you hear. It can sound like, "What is going on?" or "I did not anticipate that." Recite it with the same cadence and emotion that you perceive. Do not stress over becoming flawless. Practice is the aim. Then observe the speaker for a minute. Play a single sentence once more and attempt to follow along. Sync your voice with their rhythm and tone. You may connect your speaking and listening skills by doing this, albeit it does not have to be flawless. Next, spend a moment writing down one new thing you learnt, be it a new word or phrase or simply a grammar point you observed. This helps you retain the information and reinforces what you have heard. Lastly, give the same tape another listen. Try to notice more details this time that you might have overlooked the first time. Through training your ear to detect more subtle linguistic features, this repetition aids in your improvement. Even if you only spend 5 minutes a day doing this, it will build up over time, and as it becomes a habit, you will notice an increasing number of changes. After you have established a brief pattern, let us discuss a last piece of advice that is ideal for shutting down. Recall that hearing is a skill rather than a gift. With practice, you can get better at it. I have witnessed a lot of students first struggle, thinking they will never be able to comprehend native speakers, but that is a natural part of learning. It is something I have personally encountered when learning foreign languages. Making mistakes indicates progress rather than defeat. Taking things one step at a time and keeping your ears trained are more important than trying to grasp everything. Therefore, do not worry if you do not understand every word. The important thing is to continue. I sincerely appreciate you viewing. Even if it seems difficult, I hope these strategies and pointers will give you more confidence in your ability to grasp English. Keep in mind that with the correct practice and resources, listening is a talent that can be developed gradually. Remember that the secret to success is consistency, whether it is through the use of AI-powered tools or tiny daily routines. Please give this video a thumbs up and forward it to anyone else learning English if you found it useful. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. What is the most difficult thing for you to listen to? Which tip will you attempt first? Why stop here, too? If you want to get better at English, there is a lot more to learn. Finally, never forget that learning a language is similar to developing a muscle. Even a little practice session adds up, but it requires steady work over time. You are already far ahead if you make a commitment to listening on a regular basis and actively using the resources and methods at your disposal. You are capable of incredible things, so have faith in the process and in yourself. If you only remember one thing from this video, it is that listening can and will become easier. I believe you can do the same since I have witnessed countless students and learners go from feeling totally lost in discussions to comfortably keeping up with native speakers. It begins with a readiness to attempt, an open mind, and the celebration of each small accomplishment along the path. Remember to hit the bell symbol and subscribe so you do not miss any more videos that are full of helpful advice and suggestions for improving your English. I will see you in the next video. You have got this. Continue to learn and maintain your motivation.